Housing market data has dropped for the month of June 2023, and change is in the air. My name is Scott with Real and the Janung team, and here's your housing market update going into July 2023. We'll kick things off by first looking at median sales prices for the area. Starting in Temecula, the median sales price for a single-family home was $746,000, up about 3.6% month over month. In Murrieta, the median sales price was $683,000, down about 2.4% month over month. And in Menifee, the median sales price was $592,000, up about 6.1%. If you've been following my market updates over the last few months, you know that the median sales prices have been inching their way up as inventory has gotten tighter and the spring ramp up was upon us. So June was no exception, with median sales prices inching their way up in Temecula and Menifee. In Murrieta, there was a little bit of an adjustment or a correction because prices jumped so much from April to May that from May to June, they just corrected themselves a little bit. That's why you're seeing a little bit of a price drop there. Since the beginning of the year, median sales prices are up almost 10% in Temecula and Menifee, and just over 6.5% in Murrieta. The lack of inventory and affordability continue to be the two largest strains on the housing market right now. Before we get into where the mortgage rates are as of today, let's first look at new listings or inventory increase. In Temecula, there were 130 new listings, down about 9% month over month. In Murrieta, there were 142 new listings, up about 5.2%, and in Menifee, there were 152 new listings, down about 6.5% month over month. So the number of new listings stayed pretty stable from May to June. However, when we look at new listings or inventory year over year, we can see that there are about half as many homes available as there were a year ago across all three cities. That has been the case over the last few months, where there's been about half as many homes available this year compared to last year, but that is about to change. It was around this time last year where mortgage rates spiked and we saw a decline in the number of buyers out in the market. Prices started to come down a bit. Fewer and fewer listings were hitting the market. So we're gonna see an adjustment here to our new market year over year. I frequently talk about how the number of days a house is on the market is a great reflection of how hot the market is. I'm happy to report that for the first time in about 4 months, the number of days on market has stayed pretty stable. So the total number of days on average that a home stayed on the market in Temecula last month was 11 days, also 11 days in Murrieta, and 13 days in Menifee. This, compared to the month prior, is not much of a difference. That being said, houses in the month of May going into June were only on the market for a little over a week on average. As we head into the summer months, I predict that this number is going to increase, that we're going to see houses sitting on the market a little bit longer as demand decreases a bit and as we go into the later half of the year. As of today, almost half of all of the homes available on the market are selling for over asking price. A lot of that has to do with the increase in demand, the decrease in inventory, and just the spring season in general. Like I said, as that time of the year winds down, I expect that these numbers are also going to decrease. And with fewer buyers in the market in general during this time of the year and the latter half of the year, the prices will become a bit more manageable and buyers will see a bit of an improvement on their side in terms of negotiability. And of course, a primary factor keeping a cap on the demand for buyers are these mortgage rates. So at the beginning of June, the national average for a 30-year conventional loan was about 6.9%. And then at the end of June going into July, the national average is sitting at about 7%. So not much of a change month over month. However, we know that year over year, there was a significant change in mortgage rates. We also know that a reason inventory is low is because many homeowners want to hang on to their rock bottom interest rates. Many homeowners have either refinanced or purchased a home when the rates were between 2 and 3%. Mortgage rates haven't budged much since the beginning of the year, fluctuating between 6 and 7% since January. So of course, we look forward to days when the rates are lower, affordability will improve, and homeowners will be more likely to list their homes, increasing inventory. So as we head into the summer months, I expect that the market is in general going to slow down. It's slowing from my perspective, just being out in the trenches and talking with my clients and working with some of the people I generally speak with or work with. So this is a great time as a home buyer to potentially consider new construction. I say that because when builders have standing inventory and there are fewer buyers out in the market, we tend to have more negotiating power when there are fewer buyers, and so we can get you perhaps a lower purchase price or throw in a few other perks that otherwise you'd have to pay for as part of your home purchase, including solar, perhaps window covers, or appliance packages if they're being offered. My contact information is down below, so please reach out to me if you have questions about new construction, any particular community. I know a lot of these salespeople and builders. Be happy to get you some information and get you into these communities. And that's going to wrap up this month's market report. You can follow me over on Instagram. I'll be here on YouTube as well with more information about new construction communities and community tours in general. Next week, I'm going to have an update on Tierra del Sol, the Meritage Homes development in Winchester, part of the Temecula Unified School District, so be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, I hope you all had a really happy 4th of July, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.